Hello everyone and welcome to Cyber War. My name is Victor. Today we are speaking about bug bounty and specifically on how to connect the internet while hunting for bugs. Like, seems pretty basic, and you have your regular connection, meaning do nothing. Like, you use your normal internet connection, and that's actually the easiest one, but it has a lot of cons, and I will get back to that. What else can you do? You can use a wireless shop, like easy. You can use a VPN. You can use a paid or free public VPN, like something that you can acquire. You just pay for it, or you just use it for free, and you can use it. Use a VPN offered by the company being tested, or by the bug bounty platform. Host your own VPN slash socksproxy slash proxy slash whatever VPS. Okay, that's a virtual private server. You get what I'm saying. And are there any other options? Let me think. Yes, of course, there is always TOR. It's like the onion router. You can use the browser or the proxy chains, so you can use multiple other programs, not only the browser for it. So where do we go from here? Like, these are the 6 options that are most obvious to me. I'm telling you that I'm using a combination between 5, meaning host your own VPN, socksproxy or proxy, and in my case it's a socksproxy, and regular one. I just use my default internet connection, but need to be very careful with this one. So what's the issue with using your regular connection doing bug bounty? Well, the issue is that for a lot of the vulnerabilities that we search for, we are using a lot of automation. So again, I'm talking about bug bounty here, not hacking. So you're being completely legal and following all the scope and everything. So for the programs that allow you to test without using their mandatory VPN, so basically I also use this one because some companies force you to use their option, their VPN. So for the scopes that allow you to test from your own IP addresses, there are very few vulnerabilities that you can test safely from your normal connection. And the reason is probably not the one you think of, that the target would have something against it, although it might. But what's happening is the way the internet works, like load balancers, statistics worldwide. What's happening, you don't realize it maybe, but like there are a lot of companies that go between your computer and all the websites you use. You have your Amazons, you have your I don't know, your Akamai, your Cloudflare. All these companies are like helping website owners to do a better job with reliability and speed of their networks and everything. One of the things they do is block IPs that misbehave. So, meaning that if you start spraying all the targets with your not .org, sorry, is it .com? Google it. Oh, it's .io. Okay. So, for example, you have like 3 billion records. Chaos is monitoring all the public bug bounty programs, and now they say they have 3 billion subdomains, which you can actually download. Well, if you test all of them for XSS through your programs, and you use this one, the regular connection, then everybody will block you. Akamai, Cloudflare, AWS, you will get banned. Your IP will be blocked. So does that mean that only these 3 billion subdomains won't be accessible, but nothing else will work? Because most websites you use every day use some kind of protection or load balancer or something, so you won't be able to access Netflix, you won't be able to read the news, you won't be able to get on Facebook, everything will be blocked. And also, after the first few thousand, or I don't know, depends on how you run this, but you can get actually blocked by the programs also. So your scan won't be effective, and there's nothing you can do about it afterwards. So you will still need to use one of the other solutions. So many people do that, like they start strong, install a tool, and they get banned really quick. So that's for XSS, for access control, for if you're testing for SQL injection, if you're testing for, I don't know. The rest seem a bit easier to use from your, what do I use the regular connection for? So if I'm doing manual testing, looking for IDORs or looking for business logic bugs, I might not bother using a socksproxy, just to clarify. But other than that, yeah, there's the VPN offered by the company or the host your own VPN thing. Okay, the second option, how to connect to the internet while hunting for bugs using a wireless connection at a coffee shop, something, it might sound like you're being a smartass, or even your neighbor's wireless or something that you hacked, or but um, that's actually illegal. I don't think when you connect to a free Wi-Fi somewhere, you are allowed to do automation and to test billions of assets using your, because you'll get the same problem but for other people. So you'll get the wireless connection at the coffee shop blocked, or your neighbor's connection. Plus, just asking your neighbor for the password, you'll be the main suspect. If you don't and you hack their wireless, you're doing illegal shit, and we're not talking about that. This is bug bounty. You are staying between the how to say, the allowed actions. You're not black hat here, you're not gray hat, you're pure white hat bug bounty hunter. So this option is out completely. What else? All right. Use a paid or a free public VPN. Well, here the situation is a bit murky. I'm not recommending that because, to be honest, I didn't test it. There are hunters who swear by it, that using a VPN is somehow helpful. I can see their point because sometimes I felt the need of having an IP from, I don't know from where, from Singapore, and I didn't have it instantly and would have been useful. But yeah, it's not something that I do. VPN. I guess any of them would work. Now, the thing is that you need to trust the VPN. Like if you're doing advanced research or something like that, first you need to make sure that terms of reference allows security testing, or you pay the money and then you're out, you're banned with no possibility to do anything, or you you also need to trust them because like it's not only that they hack you, they ban you and close your account, but it's also possible, like if it's one of these shady VPNs, that they actually observe your methods. Like this is only if you're doing something advanced. They could observe your payloads and, I don't know, steal your ideas. But again, I guess if you're at that level to have groundbreaking research, you can manage a socksproxy. The same issue is with the regular connection. Like your internet service provider actually gets to see the payloads, depending on if you are using encryption or not, but still they get to see something. All right, so this one, it's okay, but it could be improved. Number 4, well, this one is mandatory. Like certain certain programs, like for example on integrity, they have a page where it says certain programs force you to use the VPN. HackerOne the same. Yes, we hack. Like, please use our VPN on this bounty. So this one is a no-brainer. You must use the VPN offered by the program. Otherwise you're not how to say, you're not hunting legally. So there's that. Trying to find the I'm trying to find a program with such a scope, but it's not immediately evident. For example, Z-Wing, he uses a VPN. So I guess that's not a big issue because he tests manually a lot. And yeah, tests manually a lot. So VPN is useful for him. And again, if you don't want to go to the trouble at 0.5, then this is the best option. So F out of everything is the fastest option. And if you're not doing any groundbreaking research or anything, just grinding and trying to make a quick buck, finding your IDORs manually, then yeah, that's it. All right, so that's the one of the good options. Sorry, oh, this was for 3. Okay, I'm sorry. For 4, yeah, use this one is mandatory. You can't do anything about it. Now I go to 5. What is this exactly? So what's happening is that you get to start a virtual private server in the cloud, and you use it only as a socksproxy, and you connect to it with either PuTTY, like on with the client, the PuTTY client on Windows, or with Linux, like there's a command for that. And I use both DigitalOcean and Linode. So it works very well. Like, it's brilliant. You just follow some tutorials. You install all the needed necessary software, and then of course you secure it, whatever, and then you run it a source proxy on your computer. For example, like this, or like this. So for example, for Windows, you you have the settings here in tunnels, and okay, you have everything you need, the port. So this is the port that you connect to it. So what I'm doing, I'm creating a port I'm creating a port where 1 second, let me SSH tunnels. So for example, this one is A443. Okay, that they mentioned like 1337. What's happening is that you will be able to forward your you'll be able to forward your connections to this IP port combination. And what I do, I get burp actually to run through this, and then everything else runs through burp, because I also put burp in the middle to be able to play with the things, and it works perfectly. And on DigitalOcean, what I do, I started, like, I created the initial machine, secured it, everything, and then I saved the image. I use it when I need it, then I stop it and delete it, then I reload it from the image, and you can do the same in Linode. Like oh, sorry, you can find a lot of tutorials on how to do this. It's not I'm trying to find the one that I used, but it works great. See, so you can put like, you put something here, you click add, and it moves to, you don't see it here, it transforms into D and that port. So, but you need to make sure that you don't confuse this port with the one burp uses. So you put a port here, and then the other one in burp. So maybe we find something. Okay, so you put 127001 and then 1990, because you configure that in PuTTY. But then you put your browser to connect to the burp port, which is probably 8080 or something. So don't get those mixed up, okay? This is the exact photo. So this is your machine. This is the VPN thing, which you control, and this is like the target. All right. That's for Ubuntu. Go to, okay, sorry. Try to find the right tutorial, but you got the point. So I don't think I need to hold your hand on this. And again, I truly believe that using your regular connection is not something I would recommend. So let's reorder these. I'm going to delete this one because it's a very bad idea. Actually, this is first, because if the company asks for a VPN, you use that one, okay? That would be the way I would do it. Actually, this is the way. I wouldn't bother to use TOR. It's not something I would use for bug bounty, for a variety of reasons. Like, yeah, I simply don't want that. I mean, TOR is very useful for leaks and for a lot of things that help you in bug bounty, but programs don't react very well to this. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna try to close it here. Oh, I want to shout out this tool, Bug Bounty Open VPN Socks. What this does, this allows you to run multiple VPN tunnels at the same time. Like if you're running one for HackerOne, one for Integrity, one for SVHack, you have your own private one also, and you can use burp to, and also PPRF if you're using this one. I really recommend this PPRF. It's a great program to keep track of your assets. This is brilliant. It has some issues, but I managed to get past it, and it works great. Maybe I'll do a video about it sometime, at some point. Anyway, yeah, this is the author. Okay, let me close these. What else? Yeah, I mentioned this. Okay, the main, like, sensitive data exposure. Depending on what you look for, you can use your own IP, or you can easily use a public one. Cross-site scripting. If you do it manually, I will still use a VPN, paid for a free one, because you tend to get banned. For subdomain takeovers, it shouldn't be an issue unless you automate it, in which case you need to be in the cloud anyway, so it's not going to be your IP. For IDOR, again, if it's manual, okay, you can use a free or a paid VPN or your own connection. Don't need to bother with hosting your own, but still it's useful. Privilege escalation, where you're already in, so for this one, I'm not sure it matters so much. What is this? Yeah, it's a P4, I don't care. Authentication bypass. You need a VPN for this test, because you must do it automatically, because otherwise you're all right. CSRF, could use a VPN. Open redirect a VPN, because you get flagged for the type of payload you send. And for RC, of course, also use VPN. Either, again, I would do this one, host your own VPN, because you also learn a lot. It's not only the practicality of it. All right, this one was already on the screen. You know about this. So basically, there you have it. Thank you all for watching. It's yeah. Okay, I'm gonna log out of this webmail because you guys got my session. I might do another video for beginners where I could actually show this famous host your own VPN methodology that I have. Again, it's using images or droplets, only nodes, snapshots, I think they are called. And it's actually the cheapest of the options, because you don't always hunt, you don't always, so you configure a few good machines, and you store them as images or as snapshots in your account, and that's the cheap option. Okay, we also have snapshots in DigitalOcean. I guess they are called the same. I don't know. So you need to log in and you will figure it out. Yeah, this one. Okay, they are images in Linux. Okay, I got them the other way around. Maybe. You got the point here. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribers. And have a great day. Bye.